Let's start the actual show.
What's that?
I have to start. Oh my gosh, the actual show. Because there's an issue with simultaneous casting or something. So hold on. Okay, I have to log back into my Facebook, I guess.
All right.
How are you?
I'm doing marvelous. How are you doing?
I know you're probably fantastic. You just got back from what, Hawaii?
Yeah, I was chilling in Hawaii for a week.
A
Get
week?
my batteries recharged.
Did
Uh, so I
they
slept
need?
a
Do they
lot.
need much recharging?
Oh yeah, I slept a lot and ate a lot. Did a little shopping, and that's about it.
Are you Mike Dick? Is there? Why is there a dog fight happening?
Oh, because I'm walking into my apartment.
Okay. All right. Let's. Okay. I have to leave this show and I'll try the actual show. Wait, no. Is this it? No. Yeah. This is it.
Right.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. Let me get my video up. I swear. I think I'm technologically savvy. Turn on video. Boom. There we are. Cool. There's an issue with the simultaneous cast. Huh.
What
Your
does that?
login has expired. I don't know. It's okay. We just won't do that. There. Save. Woo. Okay. So I guess we're streaming live on YouTube and
Uh huh.
on Twitch. Yeah.
Okay.
So I haven't talked to you in forever.
I know. What have you been up to?
Oh, same old, same old. Just being that rare breed of comedian that still does social audio. But you know what? Hold on, sorry. It's interesting though because like, and I tell the people on the social audio platforms that I understand that like I'm a rare breed comedian. Actually, Bob Sumner had his room today. Oh yeah, that's
Uh huh.
right. On Clubhouse, and they do the whole This Day in Comedy thing from the Comedy Encyclopedia, and it was just interesting because they're gonna. Sorry, I'm in my mouth. Hold on. Mm. Okay, so they're gonna do an in real life show in Houston at the end of January,
Uh huh.
and it's gonna be the cookout again thing. Bob's not gonna be there because he's gonna be in New Jersey because he's doing what does this work? It's his birthday, but they are gonna film it. They're gonna actually film the actual show, so it's kind of a big deal, I guess. Because basically Bob is rebranding Def Comedy Jam. It's now going to be called like the Laugh Mob storytelling thing. Hold on, sorry.
Uh huh.
Where's your video? Are you like
I'm trying to
you
figure
want
out
me
how
to
to
see
put
off
it
video?
on. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not
Um,
sure where the.
Bottom left,
Uh huh.
and then it should say turn on or off video.
Yeah, I
At
don't
least for
see
me, or
that.
you can. I think it's on your
Oh, here we go. Okay.
invite to video. There you go. I don't know.
Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Uh,
Come on. No, just kidding. No, what's interesting about there you are.
mhm.
Hello. You wear
What
glasses?
up?
What up?
To read. Hmm.
Okay. Are you reading the room? There's only two of us in here.
That's it. That's the best you got. That's it.
That's the best I got. no. Okay, so I mean, okay, so I mean, I imagine this show being like, because so you asked what I'm up to. So I still do Clubhouse. You know the
Mhm,
because that's where me as a comedian was birthed, even though it was audio only. But
mhm.
and I keep going back 'cause for Bob Sumner because I guess he's pretty. Hi, Stephanie. I guess he's pretty A list. Uh, you know, and so he does his room, and it's so funny because he's like a teacher, and like whenever he talks, I was just like really quiet, and you know me, I just cannot help it. But so I still do that, and then I made the jump onto Twitter Spaces. Do you know what Twitter Spaces is?
No, I don't.
I know, right? Twitter Spaces is like social audio too, but it's on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
And I basically challenged myself with being a consistent content creator. And so I started my own little show on there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That I want you to be on too. But this
Look at
one
you.
is what?
I said, look at you.
I know, right? It's called Sufficiently Awkward AMA. Do you know what AMA stands for?
What?
Ask me anything.
Oh, okay.
You don't know? You never heard of AMA?
There's different things that could mean. So I just want to make sure we're on the same
What else could
page.
that mean?
I don't know, American Medical
American
Association.
what?
Medical Association.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Oh, you had a show last night. How'd it go?
Had two shows last night.
Look at you.
So one was a
Yeah.
benefit.
You get
One,
around.
one was a benefit, and the other one was
Okay.
just a regular show. Yeah.
Okay. Um, it might be me experiencing first world problems or you. I'm not really sure. Uh, but so today, since you traveled, let's talk about first time travel stories. When's the first time you traveled like outside of the state for like as a kid or something?
Took a train to Michigan.
A train?
Yeah.
Like Amtrak?
Yeah.
Okay. Where? I've never done that. I still have to do that. No, I
Went to
lie.
Michigan. Went to Michigan, D.C. I mean, Detroit, Michigan.
From where? LA?
Yeah, from Los Angeles.
What? Por qué?
My mom wanted to go see her in-laws since my stepfather was locked up, and so
Okay.
we went over there and visit them. And that's the first time I ever worked. I was shining shoes in a barber shop.
What? How old are you?
I don't know. I was about 4.
Oh wow. Shining shoes at 4. Did you really even know what you were doing?
I'm very versatile now. I'm a talented young man. Come on now, I got skills. I'm ready to go.
I guess shining shoes is like, I mean, you just keep wiping them till they're shiny, right?
No, there's a technique to all that stuff, but
Okay,
I
there is.
wasn't. I wasn't doing all that. But yeah, that was my first gig, my first job, and that's why we were there. So we did that one summer.
Okay. Train ride from LA to Detroit.
Yeah.
Um, I started traveling at the age of 12, I believe.
Hmm.
That's because, you know, your parents make you do things to keep you active, to keep you out of trouble, right? And so I got put on a traveling volleyball team. So I was on a club volleyball team, and I did a lot of traveling as a kid. Just a lot of flying. I went to Denver, Davis, Florida. Yeah. So do you like to travel?
It's. I don't like to get on planes.
Why?
I feel claustrophobic.
Okay.
Hmm.
And that's the reason why?
Yeah, that's why. So I bring a lot of work to do, music, scripts, books.
On the plane?
Yep,
Oh wait, is the flight to Hawaii long?
it's about 5 hours.
Okay.
But you forget,
So
I've flown to Italy, Greece, Bahamas, Barbados. So I've done flights that were 18 hours and 16 hours. So yeah,
so have you been to every state in the United States? I think we've had this talk off air.
um, most of I don't know what states I haven't been to.
You don't care now anymore?
No, I mean when I look back, I don't. I've drove cross country. I've took trains cross country, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Um, because like when I think about it, it's like when I was traveling as a kid, I wasn't traveling alone. I was traveling like with a bunch of girls and a team and stuff like that. So that definitely makes it. When's the first time you traveled alone by yourself? Where did you go? What did you do? And why?
No. Where'd I go the first time? A recruiting trip to Washington State University.
Oh, so you were in high school?
Yeah, I was in high school. They flew me out there, picked me up at the airport. I was there. I flew to Cal Berkeley. I flew to Utah State. I flew Nevada Reno. I flew.
This is
Well,
one whole circuit, or
yeah, it's the same year. All these people are recruiting me, so they fly you out
oh
for the
wow,
weekend, so you can sit down and meet and talk and take you to dinner and show you their offense and meet some of the players and get a feel for the school.
okay.
Um,
I've seen The
so
Blind Side,
yeah, Blindside. That's a movie.
but it's based on real life.
It's a movie.
I believe the first time I traveled alone was when I was 19 years old.
Hmm.
My cousin, they had moved to New York, and my little cousin, her name's Cynthia, she was a sophomore in high school. She was having her confirmation. It's a Catholic religion thing where you pick sponsors and they come out and they're supposed to be like your representative of the religion to help keep you on track. So I was like 19. I flew out to New York. It was a good time of year to fly. It was like May, which is like great weather in New York around May.
Hmm.
And I stupid, like I brought way too much. I had like two suitcases. Like I was going there for 4 days. I flew out Thursday. I was coming back Sunday, and yeah, I don't know. And then the funny part about it was like I was coming back. I was coming back home on Sunday, right? And uh, my godmother who was there, I basically had the most like home alone experience coming back home for the first time because one, we forgot that the trains on Sundays, like the express trains, stopped running. So the trains are running slower and they're fewer and they're far between. And so we literally get on the train, and as I'm on the train, I like look at my phone, or yeah, my phone, and I realize like as we're on the train, I'm like, I like missed my flight. And, but then like for some reason, I was still caught up in like the panic of it all, like, oh, let's just try, let's get there. So it's like we get off the train, I go running, I like my backpack, and I'm like running to the terminal. I'm like rolling my cart, my luggage, it falls off the curb. I break the wheel off the luggage so that I'm like dragging it to the terminal. And I get there only for them to tell me, oh, yeah, you missed your flight. You'll have to rebook. And I think I ended up rebooking for like the next day or something. But then I definitely learned my lesson. So when I travel, I carry on only as best as I can, as much as I can.
Shoot, man, when I flew to Greece, they lost my luggage for 7 days.
7 days? Did you have a connect? How'd you lose your luggage? How'd they lose your luggage? How does that happen?
I don't know because when I got to New York's a straight flight to Athens where we were going. And I lost it. And they would call me, go, "Hey, did you have your cell phone in your?" I said, "Man, you talking to me on my cell phone? How would my cell phone be in my luggage?"
I love those questions.
So I had to buy a bunch of clothes and that, and then I sent the receipts to the airline, and they reimbursed me.
Okay. But they found it eventually?
Yeah, my luggage went everywhere. It was in Italy, France. I'm like, this is some bullshit. Y'all been to places I ain't never been.
That's funny. That's so funny. How does that happen? Because you figure like if they lose your luggage, it either like gets on one wrong flight, and then sits at that airport, and then eventually will go where it needs to go, or it falls off the little thingy and it just sits at the airport that it was at. So
It was ridiculous. Like when Utah State was recruiting me, and you fly into Salt Lake City, then they fly you out to Logan,
yeah,
and they put you on one of them little planes. I told that coach, let me tell your ass something. You ain't put me on a little plane to go back to Salt Lake City. Uh, your ass gonna drive me to Salt Lake City.
wow, okay, and
And they're like, really? I said, hell yeah. You ain't put me on that plane. That shit look crazy. Somebody gonna die on that shit. That
oh,
motherfucker be going upside down, sideways, all kind of crazy shit. I ain't doing all that. I'm a
that's
black
right.
man on a plane. I don't trust y'all with a white pilot. You better put my ass in a car and drive my ass to Salt Lake City.
How long was the drive?
I don't know, but it was better than flying.
How about now though? Would you drive or
What?
fly?
To where?
That same distance.
My
Like, do
ass
you
ain't
fly to
get on.
Vegas or do you drive?
I
Do
fly
you fly to
where?
Vegas or do you drive?
Either one, but I mean, flying, they got a regular plane. They ain't got one of them little ass planes. One of them Cessnas or what they called. You ain't put my ass in that. That's some crazy ass shit. People
That's
always die on those things. They die on those and helicopters. You ain't get my ass on either one.
okay. Mind you, Kobe was still alive. Oh no, he probably wasn't alive. He was probably like still a sperm when when you were flying in your little plane. But no, yeah, like Ricky
Ricky
La Bamba.
Valens in the Big Bopper, all those guys were on the same plane when it crashed.
Yeah. Who else died? Who died? Who
John
else died
John F. Kennedy
on a little
plane
plane?
crash.
On a little plane like that?
Probably it's a plane crash. He was flying the plane. It was probably any little thing. No, I ain't doing all that.
Oh, he was flying.
Right, and then you had Ron Johnson. That was part of the whole Clinton, uh, the whole Clinton thing where they, the Whitewater. Remember Whitewater? That whole scandal. Ron
I was
Johnson
like,
was one of the. It's still history, though. Come on, people. It's still history. And
okay.
Ron Johnson was on a plane that crashed inside of the mountain, and he was one of the key witnesses. Wonder how that happened.
Hmm. Hmm.
Don't mess with Clintons, and don't mess.
With
And
small plane.
no, don't mess with Clinton, and don't mess with those Kardashians. Because if you do, nothing good's gonna happen.
Oh man. And the little planes. That's what started this.
Yeah, I ain't got no damn little planes. What's that
You
song?
wouldn't
Little plane, pop, pop, pop. Yeah, I ain't doing all that.
what if you had to like don't you like to it sounds like you like to travel. Have you ever been to Africa, like the jungle, like safari?
No, too many shots. I ain't doing all that.
Really?
You gotta have a bunch of shots to travel to Africa. It's like six,
Like how
seven
many?
different shots. Yeah, you gotta get
Really?
like diphtheria shot, all kind of shit.
Okay. And you're
I had a
and
gig.
you
I had a gig in South Africa,
okay.
and the guy came to me, saw my, he goes, you know what? I like you. I'm gonna take a chance on you, and
Ooh.
I'm book you for a week in South Africa. I said, first of all, you just take a chance. Secondly, what happens if I suck in South Africa? Ain't like I can just drive home.
Right.
And they be
Right.
lit for black people in South Africa. My ass ain't going to South Africa. You see my act. You know what
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You and that
Yeah.
white people will be upset.
Yeah, okay. Like obviously this is gonna be so stupid, but yeah, like South African people are not our tone. They're
No, it's the British.
yeah, the, the British are South Africa.
They
So
still, I
you
think
said no
they
to South
still,
Africa.
I think they still have interracial. They still can't have interracial marriages out there. Yeah, I said no. I said I
Why?
ain't doing it. I don't know. You gotta ask the South
Hi,
Africans. I
Daryl.
don't know.
I
They
don't know if
want to
it's
keep it.
your internet or my internet, but you're frozen on mine. Oh, we got claps! Yay! I feel like if they're clapping, that means it's okay. I mean, honest, I just like did that. That was stupid.
I don't know what happened to your ass right
Jeffrey,
now.
I
What
think we
was that?
lost you. I don't know. We have Daryl who can maybe. I can't hear you anymore. Now you've disappeared.
Uh huh. Am I back?
Uh,
I don't know. It says I'm here.
it's probably me then.
I can't hear you.
Is it me? I
I
know
don't know
it's
who
probably
it is.
me. I have first world problems. It's me.
I don't know. I can hear both.
Who
Daryl can
cares?
hear both of them.
Oh, Daryl says he can hear both of us. Nice.
I
Should we let
just
Daryl
did.
up?
Daryl's in
Hi,
the
Daryl.
house.
Welcome. Do you want to chime in on this travel storytelling thing?
See, Daryl trying to figure the whole thing out too. See, I ain't the only one.
I can't see you anymore. That's
Your voice sound like a
Oh, it's
remix.
definitely me then. I think it's definitely me. I don't know if I can leave and come back.
That's probably me. I don't know.
Oh,
Can you see yourself?
okay. Hold on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Daryl, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can
Hey,
hear. Yeah,
hi,
hi,
how are
Daryl.
you?
Welcome.
Marvelous.
Good.
Good. Yeah, I can hear you both. A little bit of glitching, but not too bad overall.
All right.
Okay. Did you want to chime in with a travel story?
Travel story. Let's see. I'm trying to think what comes to mind. I just kind of was jumping through the lives, and I just saw you on here, and I saw you're followed by Sonia Sundara, who's a friend of mine. So I figured I'd give you a follow as well.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome. I'll follow you back.
yeah.
Jeff's a little more elitist. I'm just kidding.
Jeff, I've never met you before. I spend most of my time on the Wisdom app. So yeah, so that's why I knew. Oh, I see. Okay, Jeffrey, you're also followed by Sonia too, and Frankie J, who I know both of them.
There you go.
Jeff gets around. He's been around a while.
Yeah. So yeah. So what do you guys? You're talking about travel stories? Let's see.
Yeah. Well,
Storytelling.
Jeff just came back from Hawaii. I've never been
Okay.
to Hawaii.
Okay. I think I've been to Hawaii like three
And I guess it's
times.
kind of hard to talk about. You have?
Yeah, yeah. Like I think three times we were there. My brother-in-law lived there on the ocean, so we'd go to visit. I know, another first world problem. But yeah, we spent a few times there. I'm in New York, actually, so that's a long flight. That's all I can say, especially with kids.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about Caroline's closing
It's
down?
oh, okay, yeah.
Caroline
Oh
is
my
closing down?
god!
Yeah, Caroline's is closing down on
I'm
Broadway.
so. Are you gonna go?
Oh, I'm actually in upstate New York, Syracuse, New York. So I don't know. We go to the city once in a while, but I've never. I don't think I've been to Caroline's.
Oh, okay.
My, my stepdaughter
So you
goes to
don't like
school at
comedy?
John Jay.
What's that?
Oh, I'm not saying I don't like comedy. My stepdaughter goes to John Jay College there in New York, so we go down there 4 or 5 times a year.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so yeah, so
Yeah.
where
I usually
Caroline's is
visit
where? What part?
It, it's on Broadway.
Ti-
Oh, okay, right around the
Times
corner.
Square,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Times
yeah. We
Square.
usually stay in New Yorker and around that area. So yeah.
Yeah, it's legendary. I
Jeff,
actually opened up for Paul Mooney at Caroline's for 4 days. We did a Mooney at midnight for 4 days.
Oh wow,
what?
that's phenomenal.
Wow. That's it though? You never went back,
Yeah, not the
Jeff?
Caroline's. No. Nope.
See, now I'm sad because I'll never go up at Caroline's because it's closing in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's like the
But like
comedy place
I heard
version
it's
of-
because the lease.
because why?
I heard it's because the lease is so expensive now. It's gonna cost so much for them to renew the lease because it's in Times Square, which is just heartbreaking. You know, it's like really a club that's been around for 40 years, a staple in the comedy mainstream comedy scene, can't renew their lease in one of the most popular places for entertainment. Like, talk about desolate hopelessness.
Well, yeah,
Oh my god.
it's like pricing itself. We're like pricing ourselves out of all markets because real estate is one of those things where they can eventually charge whatever they want
Can
until
they?
we're all homeless and businessless. Well, I mean, until to the free market says you're nothing, right? Right,
Mhm.
but I mean, with inflation, things just can keep going up until they hit a ceiling, and so and yeah, I mean, it just that's the way it can go. Fortunately, it's stabilizing a little bit inflation, but when it comes to like real estate, it's just like look at California. I mean, look at
What
what they
about
charge
California?
for just like a key. Well, in like California, you get like a little teeny 2 bedroom house, and it's like $1 million. It's like you could take that same house and go to some other part of Texas or something and have a
That's
seven
kind of
bedroom
true.
thing.
Daryl, that's kind of true, but it all depends where you're looking in California. You could go look in San Gabriel Valley,
Right.
and you could go like to Rancho Cucamonga for 1.5 million. You could get a 5 bedroom, a
Oh, really?
pool. Yeah. So, but if you're gonna live in Beverly Hills, LA, in those places, of course. But there's places you can buy homes, and you can get some pretty good bang for your buck. You're just not living in LA.
Yeah. I think a lot of my friends are in San Diego and LA and Beverly Hills, like that area. So that's why I hear that from them all the time. And also San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's just all of those areas are just very, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm gonna live in
See,
Sacramento, $1 million, I could get me a big old place in Sacramento.
Sacramento?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
Sacramento is more affordable, I
go ahead.
think.
I've never like seriously lived anywhere else other than Southern California. This is where my parents landed when they immigrated. I'm fortunate and happy that they did, because God knows what I'd be doing if I was in like Nebraska or something. I don't know, but that is interesting. Like, have either of you lived anywhere else, anywhere other than where you currently reside?
I've
I
moved
mean,
around quite a bit, but mostly in New York State.
Okay.
well, I played with Atlanta Falcons, so I lived in Atlanta, right? I
Oh.
played with Minnesota Vikings, so I lived in Minnesota. I played in
Oh.
Canada, so I live in Edmonton, Canada. I went to Washington State
Oh.
University, so I lived in Washington State. Come on, girl.
Okay, Jeff, we get it. You get around. But but
We're
then
not worthy.
Washington. Yeah, exactly. But then Washington State, that's student housing, no? And then with when you're talking about when you played for the NFL, like, oh, I get no, I guess they don't. They just you just have to find your own. Did you buy houses or did you like live in apartments?
I lived in a condo. Yeah.
Okay, but then that's what I'm saying. I feel like those NFL teams have like
No,
somewhere where
they
they like.
don't. No, no. You
Okay,
get your own place. They pay your salary. You find your own place.
If
okay.
if if you're an NFL player and you need bodyguards, does that mean you're a wimp?
No, that means you smart because you don't want lawsuits.
I heard NFL players now, like the ones who like to dance in the end zone. Apparently, that's it's like some type of penalty. So they'll write it in their contract, like what?
It's not a
That
penalty.
you pay my dances?
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, but that's not a penalty unless you do something like ridiculous. But if you just dance in the end zone, that's not a penalty.
but yeah,
What
apparently,
if you're
like
bad at dan-
If
What
what
you're
if
if you're
what?
what
bad at dancing? What if you're bad at dancing? Is that a penalty?
Yeah,
should be
that probably is. Yeah, I would say so.
that gets you
I would
benched.
I would find them.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Um,
that was
I guess
horrible.
what?
I'd be like, that was horrible. What are you doing?
Stop, drop, and lock it, and
10
lock it
yard
up.
penalty. Yeah, 10-yard penalty, bad dancing, touchdown denied.
Oh my god, that's horrible. That's
Um,
funny.
I guess it's weird to talk about traveling, especially coming out of what everyone came out of not traveling for quite a bit. Yeah, I went to New York for the first time when I was 19. I was telling Jeff that earlier, and I actually somehow managed to go every single year since that year, and I just turned 38 this year. I know, Asian glow. And 2020 was the first year I didn't go, and I didn't even go this year, but my New York family came to California because my cousin got married. But Daryl, oh yeah, you don't say you spend time in the city. Like, when's the last time? Well, you have kids, so I can't imagine the last time you traveled being anything fun.
Wait, what?
We travel. Yeah, we travel. They're all like 20s, 15,
Okay,
and it can be still fun, Jocelyn. It can be. We've been to Disney World probably 4 times, and we go to Texas, and my wife's parents are in Birmingham, Alabama, so we travel down there Christmas time, and yeah, we get around. My wife just had her 50th birthday, and my sisters decided to commandeer her to meet them all in the center of the country to have a girls' weekend. So it was a lot of fun for my wife's 50th. Yeah, exactly. She had a good old time, and yeah, so it's we still have fun. We still do things.
I
I was
mean,
just in. I just had my very. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I had my very first vacation without my wife in Las Vegas. Not to do anything crazy, but my brother-in-law. See, this is the way to go. She just had one without me, and I had one without her, and it was just like it was great. She had a good time. I had a good time. It wasn't everybody was minding their own p's and q's, but it was fun because it's without the kids and without everybody's interest, you get to do what you want to do, and that fills you up. So when you go home, you're better. So I like it. I think once a year, I think we're gonna try to do that. Just each of us have our own little vacay.
So so
Okay,
Daryl, so Daryl, pretend Jocelyn's not here.
Yeah, just just a
Just
couple of
pretend.
bald guys here, just
Just
talking.
just us bald guys talking. That's right. So what you do in Vegas, Daryl?
none of your business.
Oh, none of your business. But you know what? I don't gamble, so it was. I didn't go there for anything crazy. I actually have a lot of people I do business with in the Southwest, and we just
Okay,
met up with each other. I went on a road trip down to Phoenix with a friend, and we just had a good time. I ate more than anything I should have, but yeah, it was good.
Did you go?
oh my
Did
god,
you
what
do
is
any
that noise?
shows? Any shows?
It's okay.
No, I
Here,
didn't do any show.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. What were we saying, Jocelyn?
No, it says he does radio. You're in radio? On the
I
radio.
yeah, I spent 32 years in radio, mostly corporate and on
Okay.
air. Yeah, and yeah,
Wait,
Yeah.
corporate
now
people
I
have
do
radio
social
stations?
audio. Yeah,
Well,
no, like I heard radio and Cox
right,
Communications and stuff like
Oh,
that. And
oh,
right.
my bad.
Like KPFK. I'm
Generation
on
gap, maybe.
no because I'm on KPFK. All right, that's people free radio. That's not corporate radio.
yeah, corporate
Oh,
radio is like a whole different. Like I started with a mom and pop radio stations, like when I first started, and it was like a lot different. But when I worked corporate radio, I outlasted most of the radio companies I worked for. Yeah, they would buy and sell and trade up to the next one, and it's just like a radio station would change hands 4 times in 10 years, and
mhm.
you know, yeah,
Yeah, because I talked to Stevie Wonder one time, and Steve was, because he owns KJLH out here.
hmm
And he said he would never sell, but he's always going against corporate stations who could sell advertising and say, hey, I'll put you on 5 of my
Oh,
stations, where Steve can
right,
only say, hey, I'll put you on one. And so he didn't feel, the competing wasn't fair because of that.
right. But I mean, all of it's like to me when like I worked for iHeart for the last probably 9 years of my radio career, if you will,
okay.
and I got out just before COVID, which was kind of great. I refocused my businesses and stuff. But the thing is that what was I going to say? They bought on like a $4 billion note, right? And now how are they going to pay that back? Because this is the new radio right here. You're talking about it right here, social audio and
Yeah.
Yep.
podcasting and
Told
all of
you,
the live
Jeffrey.
streaming services. Yeah, all of that stuff. So how do you pay back $4 billion plus interest on a shrinking market? It's impossible.
The government will bail them out. You watch.
Radio
You heard it
stations?
here first.
Government,
I
they
don't
always
think
bail
so.
out
I think.
people.
Oh
Go
wait,
ahead.
yeah, I gotta go. My wife's calling. Hold on a second. I'll come right back, guys.
Okay, dear. Hey, Jocelyn,
See,
you got another person down here.
Janello. Hi, Janello. She's from Clubhouse.
Oh, there
Hey,
you
girl.
go.
Hey. Um, I know. See, social audio is the future, but I mean, no. And I tell people like, I mean, I get like I know when me and you we butt heads because it's like you're old school, I'm new school. Like the other day, I woke up and I had an epiphany, and it came in the form of a joke. And we're trained to go to drive and then pay money or not, and do an open mic, right?
You
And
pay
it's like,
money. Don't talk about we
yeah,
pay money. You pay money.
all right, we the up and newcomers, okay, you old veteran establisher.
There's a
Sorry,
lot
we
of
all couldn't open
veterans
for
that
Paul
pay.
Mooney back in the day, okay?
There's a lot of veterans that keep doing that too. So yeah.
I mean, more power to them if you have that kind of disposable income. If anything, I'm jealous. But like for me, it's like, yeah. Then you go to the open mic, you wait way too long to do really not a lot of time, and you do it in front of other comedians who aren't gonna laugh because other can't. Apparently there's not enough seats at the table or whatever, and or potentially someone's gonna like. Well, I know that the whole like content ceiling thing is like a really big concern for a lot of people and stuff. But ultimately, I was like, and I know again, you and I butt heads every time we talk about this. But what ended up happening was, I woke up, I had an epiphany. It came in the form of a morning wood joke, okay, and I jumped onto Twitter Spaces.
Wait, hold up. You had a what joke? I'm trying to put this together. You had a wood joke?
I woke up. I had an
Uh-huh.
epiphany. It came in the form of
Uh-huh.
a morning wood joke.
So the guy's name was Epiphany?
No, epiphany is when you have
I
an
know what it is. I'm just messing with
intellectual
you.
realization.
Wait, how you gonna have an
um,
intellectual realization about somebody waking up with a hard wood? How intellectual can
I feel
that
like
be?
'cause I've always what
How
I
intellectual can that be? It's a dick joke. It's a dick joke.
yes, yes, okay, whatever. I'm just okay. I like to elevate my audience. Okay, I like to intelligence. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to dumb people down here. Okay, Jeffrey.
Wait,
So
Chanella's
anyways,
going like this. Chanella's going. It's a dick joke. It's a dick joke.
let me hear it. So anyways, okay. Back to Daryl's ish point. It's like I woke up. It was like 8 in the morning, and I think I was like, I was like, this might be a funny joke. Instead of like waiting for nighttime or a mic, I jumped onto Twitter, and Twitter now does social. Twitter now has its own form of social audio crack. It's called Twitter Spaces. Okay, and there was a room with about like, let's see, what's 4 times 5, 4 times 20. There was like anywhere between 15 and 20 people in. I'm not an Asian good at math, okay? Like I didn't even bust out the calculator for that one, so we should be very proud.
That's a,
So,
I was
so then there was anywhere between like 15 and 20 people like in the space, like listening. Of the like 12, 13 people that get to actually speak in this space, 4 of them I knew that follow me regularly, and we like jam on Twitter Spaces. So I was like, all right, so it's like a few allies on there, And instead of being comedian, like, hey guys, what's up? I came up with a new joke. Like, you guys want to hear it? Instead of being that guy, I was like, you know what? I'm already kind of known to say like random off whatever stuff, and people laugh. I'll see how like I can just. Let's see if I can just like drop it in the conversation, have this real conversation that I'm supposed to have like on the stage, right? And then sure enough, like there came a point where like there was a pause in the conversation, and I was like, hey guys, I just realized apparently morning wood has a mind of its own. And the guys were like, they get emoji thumbs up. I was like, yeah. So then what's someone supposed to do if like one head is tapping them and the other head is tapped out? You're stoic.
And what's the answer?
I don't know.
That's the punchline. Is the answer?
Okay. Well, then I guess it's an incomplete joke. Because people were laughing there. People laughed there. That's why I wanted to laugh. So I figured it was done there. But apparently I'm missing a punchline. All right, fine.
Well, I mean, people are going to laugh because it's a dick joke, right? People laugh at sex. Come on.
Okay.
People are going to laugh. They love dick jokes. People laugh at
Oh,
that.
I guess my punchline was like I guess I'll just have the guy do it on the top of his forehead, just in case it does happen or something. I don't know. Damn it,
So
Jeffrey!
he's like Nike. So he's like Nike, right?
I'll tell him.
I'll be here all day, people. I'm here all day.
Because okay, I mean, obviously, like my brain goes everywhere. The other day, I was talking about something, and someone called me out because in one thought sentence, I went from like so many different subjects or whatnot. But in colleges nowadays, it's not about saying no; it's about actively saying yes. So yeah, so I guess it should just say yes on the forehead, or maybe it should say yes on the other head.
He loves Nike. That's why when both are hard. He's like, girl, let's just do it.
No, they're not both. One head is tapping him and the other head is tapped out.
Girl, I hate to tell you this, but this joke has been done. It's a dick joke. They've been done. Dick jokes have been done since the first caveman. How do you think they started fire when they didn't have 2 sticks to put together? What do you think they put together to start fire?
2 rocks.
Not two rocks. They didn't have two rocks.
Two dicks. Is that what you're saying? Got it.
That's the first caveman dick joke right there. That was it.
Is it?
Yes.
Like it's the first dick joke because it's about cavemen, or it's the first joke a
The
caveman made?
caveman. The caveman told when they went in the walls of the caveman, they saw two dicks rubbing together in a fire. That was the first. That was the first. That's the first dick joke.
Daryl's wife is gonna hate his new internet friends because this is what we do when he's away. We have these conversations. Um,
Have you tried it on stage yet?
on a real stage, no. On no.
Okay.
So then I know it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Well, I better
That was the
hurry up.
deal.
Someone might hear it now and then just like run on stage and steal it from me.
They might. They gonna take my joke. The first caveman dick joke was on the walls. I already know. Someone already gonna
They
steal
were
that joke.
talking. They were sword fighting, and then fire happened.
No, they just
Something
showed
was
a
burning.
picture of two dicks like this and a fire and two men smiling and their wife smiling because they're happy that there's fire.
Ridiculous.
I could go on and on. That's why I don't do dick jokes. See that?
I know. Fine. No, but I actually started writing the set we had been talking about.
What?
I know. It only took me how long? About my family, you know.
I'll tell you, that's
About
the
that.
funniest stuff. That is the funniest stuff you have.
Yeah, and it's unstealable, apparently. Or, you know.
Unless they're
Or
Asians from Philippines.
I mean, like basically it's like, have you ever been to the Philippines? Talk about travel stories. Southeast Asia, Jeff?
Yeah, I had this little Asian boy try to act like he was a girl and try to hit on me.
In Asia or get you to go to Asia?
No, when I was in the Philippines.
I mean, you're a handsome man. Are you surprised?
No, I'm lying. I've never been.
Cap, you couldn't commit. Uncommittal.
I had you, and then I decided to let you off the hook.
No, I said yes. I leaned into it, and you didn't. Your improv skills need a little sharpening, my friend.
No, they don't. I already had you. I sucked you in.
No. So, like, it's funny because I've only been to the Philippines one time, right? And it was a really long time ago. I feel bad I haven't been back, but that fucking flight's long, yo. That flight is like, it's like
How
half
long
the
is the
day,
flight?
like half the day.
What, 12 hours?
12 hours, yeah. And what was I gonna say?
What up, Fletcher? Fletcher in the house.
Fletcher's here. Women
There he is.
Fletcher.
What
Hi,
up,
Fletcher. Oh, Milana, Fletcher, Keels. What's up,
See,
people?
they heard about your dick joke and they wanted to hear it.
Shut the fuck. Dick jokes where?
Yeah,
Who?
Fletcher.
Huh?
Fletcher wants to hear a good dick joke, the one you come up with.
I already said that dick
Okay.
joke. I should say a different dick joke. So,
we have,
like,
look,
you
you
should
have new people in here. This is what we do. We got new people in here. Tell your dick joke, and the nay will be the audience to say yay or nay.
okay.
All right.
It's
here
a
we
little
go.
weird.
All right.
So,
Come to the
I
stage,
woke up.
Jocelyn. All right, go
Thank
ahead.
you. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Jeff. It's so nice. Thank you for having me. So, the other day, I woke up and I realized something. No, that doesn't work. That's not whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be like, I have to make it like okay, like, oh, I spent the night with somebody. I'll make it more juicier. And the next morning, I realized something. Apparently, Morningwood has a mind of its own. Yeah. So then, what was I supposed to do when one head is tapping me and the other head is tapped out?
See, you need a punchline. Ain't that right, Fletcher? You missing the
Okay.
punchline. You supposed to
I
ride.
guess I guess because he loves Nike, I should just do it.
Yes. See? See, you got to clap on that. See? Tell her,
Let's
Fletcher, the
not get the
first
clap on anything, okay? Go get tested, please. Thank you.
Fletcher
Um,
know the first dick joke was written in the caves with two dicks like this in a fire. And the people laughing. I'm telling you.
oh, Fletcher has feedback. Hi, Fletcher.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hey, how you doing? That was a nice joke. I was wondering if I could tell you an original joke of mine.
Go ahead,
Sure.
Fletcher.
Oh,
All
you
right.
better be careful though. We have Mr. Keller here. In case you didn't know, he actually used to tour and open for Paul Mooney, so the standard is low.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this joke. All right, I go to this club and I see this woman at the bar, and I step to her and I say, "Yo, baby, you and me, we got destiny together." She turned around and looked at me and said, "I don't do no threesomes."
Damn. So the setup should be I met a girl that was so dumb. How dumb was she? There you go. That's your setup, Fletcher. Bam.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just thought it was kind of nice. It was something came off the top of my head, man. So
No, it's
See, he
funny.
had an epiphany. He had a joke epiphany, Jeffrey.
But if he does the joke, he can say, I met a girl that was so dumb, and the crowd be like, how dumb was she? And then bam, he hits her with it. I'm telling you.
okay, so I started off like that, and then I go into the monologue of it.
Yep.
Okay, all right, I'll try that the next time I do it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Y'all have fun, man. I like that. Y'all having fun up here. I got a show
Oh
on here
yeah,
that I hadn't really started yet, and y'all got good chemistry with each other. I like that.
Well, thank
for
you,
sure. I gave
Fletcher.
you
We
a follow,
appreciate it.
Fletcher. Yeah, gave you a follow, Fletcher.
Oh, thank
Jeffrey
you.
and I are here every Friday at 4:20 p.m. Why? Because I was born on a Friday at 4:20 p.m. Okay.
And y'all probably know me better as Mr. Two Extra. That's my stage name.
Mr. Two Extra. Where do you perform at?
Well, I don't. I just do podcast shows. I don't
Oh,
really
okay.
perform.
Okay.
So I'm on most platforms. I have my show, which I'm trying to bring here. I'm waiting for a co-host to come, but it's called Let's Be Grown About It. That's the name of my
Are
show.
you gonna do video when you do your show, or is it just are you
Yeah,
just gonna say a little circle?
yeah, I do. If you want me to, I cam up now. I ain't no problem camming up.
Let's see.
You know.
Undocs. I'm just kidding. On Twitter, that's what they say.
Yeah. See, I don't have no problem camming up, man. I'm just sitting
Oh.
in my room right now.
Oh my god, is this a bald? Like, are you just like a magnet for other bald men, Jeffrey?
That's what we do, man. We know how to do it. We know how to rock it. Come on.
Well, I
There's
have
just a
hair
lot
enough
of
for both.
sexy in this room. You just don't understand.
I like to think
Where
I'm
are you
any
from,
kind of
Fletcher?
I'm from Virginia.
Virginia. Okay, so you're on the East Coast,
I really don't
or
know. People ask me that. I don't know. Let's just say that I'm 3 hours away from Norfolk one way and 3 hours away from Richmond another way.
Okay. My buddy Thomas Q. Jones is from Virginia. He went to University of Virginia, I believe.
Okay.
He's a running back. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
gets around, so he knows everything.
Okay.
He's had all the STDs, even the clap. Right here.
So what do y'all really talk about right here? Because y'all got good chemistry and y'all joke around, play around, tell news. What do y'all do?
We
Go
just
ahead,
chat.
Jocelyn.
We laugh. Yeah, we talk about we share life stories and just storytelling from like because that's I'm a storyteller in terms of like being a comedian. I'm not a Mitch Hedberg. I'm not a Stephen Wright. I'm not a set him up and punch. No, I'm just kind of like I'm very storytelling in my comedy. Jeffrey's everything because he's been around since the dinosaurs. Um,
You don't look quite that old. You don't look older than me. You know.
You know, Johnson's just disrespectful. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, but
it-
it's good. It's good. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be versatile.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
and I met. Jeffrey and I met because I just started doing stand-up comedy. I've been at it for it'll be 2 years in March, so I'm still just a very baby Bambi in terms of comedy. Just barely got birth out of the comedy womb. He's been doing it for how long now, Jeffrey?
20 something years. I've been on Comic View. I've been on HBO. Um, yeah, tour with Mooney, with Paul. He was like my mentor. So a lot of my comedy is like Paul would say, "Oh, nigga, you know how to do this." So that's
Yeah, that's probably why you
Um,
look familiar. You do kind of look familiar, but both of y'all kind of look familiar to me.
I mean,
But
at
I
one
see.
point, he's like the veteran comedian. I'm the virgin comedian, but I'm the weirdo that gets him to be funny with me, like on these platforms and whatnot. Because I do it on social audio as well. So, but we became comedy buddies after he heard me host for the first time ever. Because I was just talking shit to the producer and my other comedian friend, and he was like, "That's hilarious." And I was like, "Hello, hi, Jocelyn. Who are you?" And yeah, he's my comedy buddy. We've been kind of writing and vibing together ever since. So
That's
yeah,
nice.
so
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. See, I'm looking for a co-host like that. You know what I'm saying? A female co-host that we can get mad on the broadcast, and then when the broadcast's over, hey, how you doing? You know, want to take a shot? We can just chill after that.
alcohol or gun?
Alcohol.
Oh, okay. I mean,
see, I just gotta
yeah,
give Jocelyn, a joint or some edibles, and we good.
I know. I'm surprised. Yeah, I need Jeff in my life because he like mellows me out. He reminds me that like Jocelyn, you cannot talk like a bullet train out of an ADHD brain, okay? Because then people can't keep up. So yeah. Um, but yeah,
Oh,
are
boy.
you do you do stand up or you just have your podcast show?
I just do my podcast shows, and I got little skits that I do on Clapper and TikTok, but I don't have no real big following on those things, man. I'm more into a balanced speaker, talk about different subjects and topics. It don't matter. We can talk about it in the gutter form because I feel like a lot of people need help because people be using these
Yeah.
big words. They're using big words and nobody understand them. And if you put them in a simple word, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I know what he's talking about." But if you just start saying these big words, they don't know what you're talking about. So I am the person that translate the big words so other people can understand what I'm talking about.
So you're the
Yeah, see,
dictionary.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I just make it more easier for people to understand. And the concept of it is to see if men and women think alike. That's the whole concept of my broadcast. You
The
know,
answer is no, but continue.
well, no, you're right. The answer is no to a point. The only thing that I have seen so far that men and women will agree on is their kids. When it comes to their kids, they agree. Everything else that you can think of is up in the air how it's going to go. But when it comes to their kids, they
Is
seem to be
anyone
right on
hearing a
point.
sharp beat? Is that just me? Just me? Okay.
yeah.
Jeff, were you gonna
No,
say something?
I like
No.
that, Fletcher. Myself, I'm more. On my act, I like to point out race and things that they're
Mhm.
doing, right? Like with
Yeah.
Kanye and Herschel Walker, right? If
Mhm.
if Kanye was a white female, then it'd be like, well, she has issues, and we're going to help her work through them.
Oh,
When it's a
Karen.
black man, it's like we're going to destroy him and
Yeah.
embarrass him in front of the world, right? Same
Yeah.
with Herschel. I hate when people make fun of Herschel Walker, knowing that he's not all there, that he has CTE, right? And it
Mhm.
was wrong of the Republican Party to put him out there, but they want to embarrass a black male, and that's what they did. And so when people made fun of him, I said, "Dude, do you not know that when you have CTE, you don't think rationally? You lost your critical thinking skills." And so they put him out there, knowing that, so people can make fun of him, and it's just sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just
It's,
say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's all about that N word narrative.
mhm. Yeah. It's
You
a
know, who
tap dance.
controls the narrative? Who's making the
It's a tap
narrative?
dance show. That's what it is. It's a tap dance show to see what they can get us to do and what they can't get us to do. How much they can embarrass us and see exactly who is smart and who ain't smart. That's all it is.
None.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of us that's not waking or woke, and we fall for these tricks. It's embarrassing, but it's sad at the same time. But what do you
And,
do?
right. And see, we don't have the power. See, like with Kanye, he found out Jewish people have power. They can make you lose $2.4 billion in a day, right?
Yeah.
The only power we have is, well, let's take Aunt Jemima's name off the syrup. That's the only power we have. We don't have that.
That's,
We're gonna
that's
make you
really
lose
nice.
$2.4 billion power. We don't have that.
And see, that's where Martin Luther King was talking about, and with his marches, he was saying hit him in the pocket, you know, and nobody really understood it back then what he was talking about. But now we kind of understand what he's talking about. You hit him in the pocket, you really can hit him. When you start making a difference, when you start putting that money out and keep that money from flowing, so
That's why
he
we
was
didn't
just
get
saying
on the bus. That's why we didn't get on the bus to hurt them economically.
Okay, you two are having your own conversation that I cannot even tap in it because, contrary to like skin tone, like I'm actually Asian. Okay, like I'm full Filipino.
really,
So yeah, on paper, I'm all
okay,
Asian. Yeah, on screen, according to casting directors, I'm ethnically ambiguous. Who doesn't love a brown mystery? And on the streets, I'm black adjacent. So yeah, because Rodney Perry said that he been black his entire life, and when he saw me, he thought I was black. Thank you, I'm honored, but I'm not. My A is for Asian, not African. But we've been here for an hour. I you two can go have a lovely little bromance. But
romance. No, no.
I want to thank Jeffrey for coming through and
That's
talking to me.
Jocelyn being passive aggressive.
Jocelyn, thank you for inviting me to your show. This is your show.
No, yeah, for sure. Honestly, Fletcher, like I'm getting a really sharp like every time you speak, and it's like literally like hurting my ears. It's a frequency thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm neurodivergent as hell. But no, I want to thank you for coming up and joining us. Sure, like yeah, me and Jeffrey, we hang out, we just talk. I just started doing this. I wanted to do it for a really long time, and I didn't know what I want to do. And I know me and Jeffrey have really good conversations. A lot of comedy comes out of it. He doesn't like to do his jokes though, like online, because he's afraid people are gonna steal them from him because he's slow physically, not mentally. Come on, he's actually very quick. But and so, but shout out to everyone who joined: Frankie, Lavanya, Deborah, Unknown. Ooh, there's a troll in here. Ah! But Gerald mentioned earlier about social audio. I'm actually also on Twitter Spaces. It's a social audio app. And I'm going to get Jeffrey on there to do one of my podcast or show episodes. They're called Sufficiently Awkward AMAs. And it's basically, yeah, just getting to know people more. That's on Twitter Spaces, Twitter, Funny Jocelyn. But this has been live storytelling. Me, Jocelyn, with my friend Jeffrey Keller, my new friend Fletcher. Feel free to join us again next week. We just come chat. Yeah, people are like, we just vibe. It's like, okay, I don't know how I feel about that one, But any last words, final words, boys? Men? Sorry.
It's just okay to be extra.
Yeah, no, I just
Thank you.
think that I just think, thank you for joining Jocelyn and myself. We'll be here every week, and we always have something to talk about because every week America needs mental health policies because we are out of control.